June 4th, 1942. 4:28 hours. North Pacific Ocean. Rough seas. Low clouds. The deck of the Japanese aircraft carrier Akagi trembles beneath the boots of deck crews as engines roar to life. The smell of fuel hangs heavy in the air, sharp enough to sting the lungs. Propellers spin. Flight crews signal with crisp, rehearsed motions. Everything here is confidence, precision, superiority. Admiral Chūichi Nagumo stands on the bridge, binoculars raised, staring into a gray horizon that seems empty. Calm, too calm. Somewhere far beyond that horizon, the enemy waits. But here, on Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu, there is laughter. Not loud, not careless, but assured. The kind that comes from men who believe the war has already proven them right. Only 6 months earlier, Japanese carrier aviation had humiliated the United States Navy at Pearl Harbor. Battleships burned. The Pacific Fleet lay broken. American naval doctrine built around big guns and slow formations had looked old, clumsy, and naive. The Japanese had always known carriers were the future. They had written the book on it. So when intelligence officers briefed Nagumo about a new American carrier group hastily assembled, poorly trained, commanded by officers promoted too quickly, the response inside the Imperial Navy was almost dismissive. The Americans? Learning carrier warfare? Absurd. The US Navy, they believed, still thought in terms of battleships, still trained for yesterday's war. Their carriers were tools, support vessels. June 4th, 1942. 13:31 hours. Above the burning carriers, smoke columns twist upward like black pillars, visible for miles. The sea around the Japanese fleet is littered with debris, floating aircraft parts, oil slicks, bodies and life vests that will never be pulled aboard. What was, only hours ago, the most powerful carrier force on Earth is now a graveyard. But the battle is not over. On the flight deck of Hiryu, damage crews work with frantic precision. She is the last operational Japanese carrier left in the fight. Her captain, Tomio Kaku, knows exactly what this moment means. If Hiryu can cripple the American carriers just one, even Japan might still claw back the balance. Orders snap through the ship. Strike force. Immediately. Pilots sprint. Engines ignite. Aircraft roll forward into thick smoke and uncertainty. There is no ceremony now. No laughter. Just urgency edged with fear. Above them, Japanese pilots climb toward altitude, scanning the sky. Somewhere out there, American carriers lurk wounded, perhaps careless, after their victory. They will not be careless for long. Aboard USS Yorktown, the damage reports come fast and contradictory. She has already survived bombs at Coral Sea. Her crew has patched her together in days when months were required. Paint is still drying in places. Welds are rough. She is functional, not perfect. Radar operators suddenly shout, "Incoming aircraft!" From the west, Yorktown turns into the wind. Fighters scramble. Anti-aircraft guns. October 26th, 1942. 6:17 hours. South Pacific. Near the Santa Cruz Islands. Dawn breaks slowly, bleeding pale light across a restless sea. On the flight deck of USS Hornet, deck crews move with quiet urgency. There is no bravado here, no illusion of invincibility. Every man on this ship knows what happened at Midway and what it cost. They also know the Japanese are still dangerous. The myth of their perfection is gone. The reality of their lethality remains. Engines cough to life. Aircraft are lined nose to tail, wings folded, bombs locked into place. Pilots climb aboard with practiced motions, checking straps, tapping gauges. Some pause for a second longer than necessary. You can almost feel it, the weight in the chest. the knowledge that survival is no longer about luck, but timing. The war after Midway is different. The Imperial Japanese Navy enters Santa Cruz wounded, but not broken. What they have lost in numbers, they attempt to compensate for with experience. Veteran pilots, survivors of Pearl Harbor, Coral Sea, and Midway still fill cockpits. Their confidence is quieter now, sharpened by memory. Across the water, American doctrine is evolving at terrifying speed. Midway taught the U.S. Navy that carriers are not support assets. They are the battlefield. Air groups are reorganized. Radar integration improves. Combat air patrols are layered and disciplined. Damage control procedures, once theoretical, are now drilled obsessively. Every sailor understands one truth.